Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are fine. I am Narasa Shahrukh, your class 3 English teacher. Students, in the last class we read that there is a big problem in the lake and the swans decided to fly to the Great Lake, but the turtle was not able to go with them. So today we are going to continue the story and we'll do the reading of page number 44, 45 and 46 and we'll see what happened next. Before starting the reading, we will learn few new words and their meanings. The first word is swiftly. Swiftly, and the meaning of swiftly is moving quickly. The second word is exclaimed. Exclaimed, and the meaning of exclaimed is cry out suddenly in pain. The third word is grip. Grip, and its meaning is hold. The fourth word is stiff. Stiff, and the meaning of stiff is tight. The fifth word is settled. Settled, and the meaning of settled is resolve or decided. The sixth word is dawn. Dawn, and the meaning of dawn is early morning. The last word is a glow. A glow, and its meaning is glowing or shining. Dear students, open your book on page number 44 and keep your finger and eyes on the book. We'll start our reading. Yes, said the swans. It will take us days to get there, flying swiftly. Well, cried the turtle, I shall say goodbye, then forever. I won't be here when you return. Where will you go? Asked the swans. Nowhere, said the turtle. I shall die of thirst right here. The swans were sad. They wanted to help the turtle, but he could not fly. Now children, in this paragraph what we have read, here they are telling us that the turtle, when asked the swans where they are going, is it far? So the swans replied, yes, it will take us many days to reach the Great Lake flying quickly. The turtle was sad and said to the swans that I should say goodbye because I cannot go with you, and when you will be back, I won't be here because there is no water, so I will die of thirst. The swans become sad after hearing this. They want to help him, but as the turtle cannot fly, so it was not possible for the swans to help the turtle. The turtle said, perhaps you could carry me. Not possible, said the first swan. You are far too heavy, said the other. And even if one of us could lift you, you would fall off, said the first swan. I have strong jaws, said the worried turtle. I can hold on tight. Now in this paragraph, the turtle gave them one idea that you can carry me, but the first swan said no because you are very heavy. They said, if you will try, you will fall down. The turtle said that my jaws are strong. I can hold on something tightly. You'd bite off our necks, said the second swan. Not if you two held onto a stake, exclaimed the turtle. I could grip the middle. There is no harm in trying, said the swans. The friends went in search of a stiff stick and found one. The swans took hold of either end of the stick, and the turtle looked up his jaws onto the middle. Now the second swan said that you will bite our necks if you hold us. The turtle said, and give the idea that you two hold the stick and I will grip it from the middle. The friend searched for a stick which is tight and hard, and they found the one. The swans flapped their wings and rose up into the air. It works, thought the turtle to himself, hanging on for dear life. The swans came down again, and the three friends all looked pleased with themselves. It works, cried the turtle. What a clever old turtle I am. Now when the swans hold the end of the stick and they tried to fly with the turtle, the idea worked. They all were happy, and the turtle said that I am very intelligent. But the first swan warned, we must all keep silent when we are up in the air. Whatever for? Said the turtle excitedly. Now the swans warned the turtle that when we fly, you will stay quiet because you love to talk, and if you will speak, you will fall down on the ground. Well, you know how you like to talk, replied the first swan. If you open your mouth, you will go crashing down to the earth. Remember, warned the second swan, we can fly, but you can't. All right, said the turtle. I do talk a lot, but I shall remember to keep quiet, and you two will have to be quiet too. That's settled then, said the second swan. We shall leave at dawn for the great lake. Now let's get some rest, for we have a long way to go. The second swan again said to the turtle that you must remember, we can fly, but you can't. So stay quiet, and the turtle promised to stay. So their plan was decided. that they will leave early morning for the great lake. Early the next day, when the valley was aglow with the light of the rising sun, the swans and the turtle took off. Up and up they went, and over the peaks of the once blue mountains. The swans gripped the stick tightly. The turtle hung from the middle, his jaws locked onto it. The swans flew for many miles. They passed over villages and towns. They could see people working in the fields. The turtle was most interested. He had never seen a human before. Now students, in this paragraph they are telling that the next morning when the valley was shining with the light of sun, the turtle and the swan began their journey up high in the sky. They keep on flying over the mountains, villages and towns. They see people and many more beautiful things. The turtle was very happy and interested because he has never seen all this before. We will continue the lesson in the next part. This is your homework, children. You have to answer the following questions. In what ways was the valley a good place? Number 2, what happened to the lake? And number 3, what idea the turtle gave to the swans? You have to do your homework on foolscap sheet, punch it in a file and submit in a school office every Wednesday. Your time is from 9 to 11 and please write your name and class on it. Thank you. Stay safe. God bless you. Bye.